One.
Episode 379. Guess what we're doing? We're winging it. Winging it. Winging it. Winging it. Winging it. Let's go. We're winging it with Aaron and Shawn. We're soaring high. We're diving low. Why is Aaron wearing this picture? Acting like he's got gold in his hair sometime. No, it's all gold. That's gone silver. That's gone silver. But we're winging it. Winging it. We don't know what we're doing tonight. We're winging it. Winging it. This is me. Winging it.
Dang.
That's all I got, man.
No, you got more.
Oh,
I
okay.
think you just go straight. I think you cut to intro.
Okay, I got some more. Let's see. I'm winging it. We're winging it. I got some new shoes. It cost me $20, little man. I put that shit in his hand, and that money did show, so I did not I got some new Vans. And we're winging it tonight. I'm talking beers. Roll Tide.
If that will,
Sorry, go ahead.
you're good. I just said if that wasn't winging it, I don't know what is.
That's it.
Let's
We're winging
go.
it.
Talking Beards, the podcast.
Welcome all you beard lovers to our podcast where we try weird things to eat, play some trivia, chat about life, and who knows, maybe even talk about beard stuff too. Now it's time to meet your host, Aaron D. Johnston and Shawn Big Sexy Glander. And as always, behind the scenes is producer Natalie.
Oh, hey, what's going on, everybody in Talking Beards world? We're winging it. That's what Natalie said. I'm a winger.
I'm so excited.
What's going on? This is episode number 379 of the live show. I'm on location, and Shawn is in his closet.
I'm still in the closet.
And Shawn hit me up last night. Was like, "So what are we doing on the show tomorrow?" And I'm like, "It is definitely Monday night for sure." I don't know.
Yeah,
So
no,
here we are. We're
it was
winging it,
good.
Shawn. It's gonna go fine. We've got stuff to talk about, and we're gonna do that. We're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna interact with people in the chat. And suns out, guns out, baby. This is vacation shirt. I almost changed, but then I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna change. This is Disney, and I like these very obnoxious little tank tops that we get at the Disney outlet store. And right. I don't wear them in public, but this is probably pretty public, and I'm wearing it, so it's fine.
It probably will be seen by more people here than your normal stroll around the Aiken grocery store. I mean,
we'll I don't even wear these out to the grocery store. This is like a house shirt, but here we are wearing it on Talking Beards tonight. It's fine.
That's Aaron's
no product in my hair. I haven't pretty much had product in my hair all week. I've just been wearing hair bands. This has been the wildest week vacation on earth. It's been chaotic. But anyway, we'll get into that momentarily. How you doing, Shawn Glander?
Oh, I'm absolutely fantastic. Couldn't be better. Life is going great. I have so much time just to sit back and relax and just enjoy myself.
You're freaking lying. Shawn's working 9,000 hours a week.
Yeah.
He hasn't had a day off in like 6 months. He's making BSBB at a record rate. We
really are actually making it a record rate. Yes, this is true. But yeah,
I remember it did feel like a week ago we hit order number 500, and now we are way past that now.
We are certainly past order number 500.
I don't know what has happened, but that sale definitely got things chugging along, and then the sale ended, and it didn't stop. Everybody kept ordering. So
let's touch on that for a second. By the way, sorry, I've got to add more rows to the website to get back to number 500. But By the way,
What we
my
adding?
Lord, I have to add more rows. Hold on 1 second.
When it comes to wings,
But anyways, yeah, we're winging it. This is what's happening in life. Matthew Francis. That was order number 500. I feel like we definitely need to shout out Matthew Francis. We definitely appreciate you. We appreciate all of you, but congratulations on being number 500.
Yeah, and the cool thing about that is I don't know who Matthew Francis is.
Me neither. That's why I thought I'd shout out here because I can't find him on socials. So I don't know.
But that's cool, man. Like I know back in November when I started this venture with you, pretty much I knew everybody that was ordering. And now it's getting to a point it's like we don't know who some of these people are. So that's pretty cool.
Not at all.
Yeah, it's cool watching it grow and change and you know, be involved with it and be involved with it. It's all cool. But
did we just send ourselves a message on StreamYard? That's pretty cool.
What?
I clicked on this to share it. This thing's hiding.
Natalie clicked on something. Here we go. New to streaming or looking to level up? Check out StreamYard and get 10% discount. Hard eyes. StreamYard.com/blah, blah, blah, blah. All right. Thanks, Talking Beards.
Talking Beards is very smart. Everybody should go check them out one day. They're awesome.
Oh, BSBB shared it.
Everybody.
Yeah, so
everybody. Yeah.
So it's like Natalie has a pop-up. So usually she's on her computer doing comments. I'm on her computer doing the show.
I did steal all this from hip hop videos. Like that's what I did for my room. And I was like, you know what? Let's just do that. So
what's up, Fabs? What are you talking about?
Oh, comments.
This Shawn looks like he's going to be in a Missy Elliott.
Well, and there was one a little earlier too about rap video. My room looks like a rap video. And
hey,
yeah,
good ad read, Aaron. I appreciate it. I wasn't ad reading. I was just talking. But yeah, grab that clip and we'll post it on the socials and boom, ad read. Yeah, ad read. But so you've what else you been doing up this last week, Shawn? You're just working. I know that, but
pretty much just working. But then I use my sleeping time to cover my new obsession, which it's an old new obsession, unfortunately.
Yeah, let's get into your old new obsession. I wish I would have dropped the graphic on here that you made, because that's going to be a new segment on Talking Beards. Apparently, we're going to be talking collectibles. Isn't that what it was?
Talking collectibles, because it's not going to stop at sports cards. It's talked about all kinds of collectibles. You know, I know Aaron has 4 Kyle Busch racing slicks. I'm just joking. I bet he would really love some used Kyle Busch racing slicks, though.
I only have 1 Kyle Busch racing.
Do you have one? Is it? Please tell me you made it into a coffee table.
I didn't. It's just on a
big
shelf.
Piece of glass.
But no, I know I've seen that and I know what those look like. But
cool.
that I have a whole story behind that tire. Like that, it has a whole story. But yeah.
I heard it one time. Is that the one that like flew off his car, hit you in the head, freaking in the stands and all that? Yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
that was a great
exactly
story.
that. Yeah, I got hit in the head with the tire, but no, I kind of stole that tire from Kyle Busch Motorsports. Yeah, it was an accident, kind of, but it was like, let's just get into it. So I went to Kyle Busch Motorsports.
It's an accident. He stole a slick as an accident.
So in my younger days, I had an issue with like just needing to steal things sometimes, not from individuals, but like just a store sometimes. So it's a racing slick. It's just the tire. The tire has no tread on it and it is slick. Anyway, so we were at a Kyle Busch Motorsports fan club meeting thing, and you get so many items that they'll sign, right?
Yeah.
And he had already signed my couple cars or whatever, and then I went to the gift shop and was like, oh, there's some tires in here for like $25. I was like, I'm definitely getting a tire for my house. You know, I need a tire.
Right.
And his mom was at the register, right? And then I was like, they're like, hey, you know, Kyle's going to sign a couple more items for some people, because I had been there for the duration of this entire event. And so I got there at the beginning, and then everybody was there, and now it was kind of like being at the end of it when everybody was kind of leaving, but I was just still lingering, just being there.
Right.
And they're like, hey, we're going to sign a couple more things. I'm like, dang, I'm still in line to get this tire. And they're like, go ahead and roll that tire out there, let him sign it, and then come back in and pay for it or whatever. I'm like, all right. So I roll out there, and Kyle signs it. Natalie takes a picture of me getting the tire signed and stuff. And I go back in the store, and I end up buying a die cast or something. Well, it was a different register person, and they just didn't ring me up for the tire. And I just elected to not say anything about said tire and paid for my car or whatever and left. So I stole the tire from Kyle Busch Motorsports. The end.
An autographed tire.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't autographed before. I got it autographed. So yeah.
You probably that's actually there's a catch-22 there. I mean, I was gonna say you advertise that. It's probably worth a lot of money, but at the same time, you advertise that, you're probably going to jail. Yeah. So.
Well, Kyle's mom said I could take it out there.
She did. Yeah.
But then when I came back in there, Kyle's mom wasn't at the register anymore. So
right.
And
no one argues with Mama Bush.
Nope. And then to take that one step further, Natalie took the picture of me getting that tire signed with Kyle. That was the first time I ever met Kyle Busch. Well, and she got it put on a canvas. Well, the next year, like an 8x10 canvas, the next year I came back to that same fan club meeting, and Kyle signed that picture of me getting the tire signed. And so we have that next to the tire in my house, because we collect things. So that'll be a perfect. These are the stories that you're going to hear on Talking Collectibles from Talking. Gears.
And it will be very fun stuff. Like most of my stuff I can say I want a really cool eBay auction or stuff like that, but I don't have a lot of that other stuff you're talking about, like stealing stuff and getting it signed by the people you stole it from. And I mean, I just never done any of that, but
well, you should.
I'll tell you about these killer auctions.
Yeah. Well, we got Alan Eckert here.
Hey, Alan, what's up, buddy? He's in Canada.
He is already in Canada, where you're going to be in a couple days, Shawn Glander.
Saturday.
You're going to be here.
I am.
Are you excited? Are you ready to go? You've got your passport or your real ID or
and you whatever. only need what you're calling a real ID here in Washington. They call it the enhanced driver's license. So same idea, but yes, that's all you need to drive.
Okay. So then the enhanced ID is what you need.
Yes. And
you are 100% sure on this.
Christine actually even messaged me after the show that night and said, hey, just let you know, yes, you are correct. Traveling by car, you only need that. Airplane is all passport. So, but I already knew that. It even was when I first started going to Canada for buying cars in like 14. I mean, you still had to have a passport to fly from country to country.
Well, now you're good. If you're driving, you don't need it.
You don't have to have any of it if you just sneak through the woods.
That's true. You should try that and see how that goes.
Not again. I'm not doing
that. We don't need you going to prison. It
didn't go well the first time.
Well, let's not do that, Shawn. Let's not.
I'm too old to get tackled. So
yeah. I'm getting too old to do a lot of things. I'm learning.
Right.
Let's see. Aaron just donates to Samantha and Kyle Busch bundle. Enjoy fun base in Charlotte, North Carolina. You'll be good. Yeah, that's where the money goes. That's
where. Totally.
Back before 2001, mechanics got all kinds of perks from vendors and 2 top parts shops. I used to get tickets for Texas Motor Speedway. That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, they just ran at Texas Motor Speedway this last weekend.
I have never been to I don't even know what they're called anymore.
A NASCAR race?
So I've been to a truck race.
Okay. Where did you go to a truck race?
Huh?
Where did you go to a truck race?
The inaugural season, I went to Monroe, Washington for the first year of the trucks, and
In
it was
1995.
absolutely, and it was
Yep.
pretty cool.
Hell
I
yeah,
was
that's
I
awesome.
was a junior in high school. I went with my aunt and uncle, and it had to date, it was definitely like the fastest, most powerful stock cars I'd ever seen. Circle track vehicles. I guess.
Yeah,
it's
the
not
trucks
a
are
car,
cool,
truck,
man.
but
I still like the trucks, but man, and when those things first came out in 95, those things were badass. And then they
Ron,
ran at a bunch of like little tracks.
right? Ron
Uh,
Hornaday won that race, and at midnight, it was almost midnight by the time the whole race got over and like everything got done. At midnight, he called Dale Earnhardt to let him know that and they put him on like the intercom of the entire track.
Right.
And Dale answered, and he just said, "Hey, the track just wanted me to call you. Just want to let you know we won over here." And he's like, "All right, cool. Congratulations. Have a good night." It was like 3 a.m. for freaking
Yeah,
Dale
no
Earnhardt.
kid. That's what I was about to say. If it was midnight over there, it was like 3 a.m. Dale
It was
could
pretty
care
cool though,
less.
because Dale Earnhardt owned the Ron
Yeah,
Hornaday's.
because Ron Hornaday drove for DEI that first season, and then Mike Skinner drove for RCR that first season in the Dale Earnhardt truck. Yeah,
And they are the two that battled for the front.
that was it, man.
That whole race, pretty much.
That was a good.
But it was cool. I met Joe Gibbs because he was racing trucks.
What?
Freaking Redskins, Joe. Or no, sorry, not Joe Gibbs. That he owns teams. Sorry, it was Jerry Glanville for the freaking.
That's not the same person at all.
Not at all. Sorry, Gibbs came up because he owned a vehicle there.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said that. Freaking Jerry Glanville, freaking NFL football coach, was there freaking racing trucks.
So Natalie just made me super self-conscious. She was like, your face and your shoulders are two completely different colors. I'm like, thanks. I appreciate that. Thanks.
Because you don't wear sleeveless stuff when you're out in the sun.
No, not at all. But maybe I should, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah.
So what happened with the Subaru? All right. Well, there we go. We can get into that.
I saw it near a lift.
Womp womp. Yeah, man, it freaking sucks. So let's just get into our adventures of this trip. So we drove the Subaru all the way down here from South Carolina. The Forester did fine. I mean, I drive it all the time. We're approaching 250,000 miles. It's had a couple hiccups along the way, but for the most part, it's been a pretty solid car. And it's 92 degrees down here, 93 degrees. And we drove down here Thursday night. Friday, we bebopped around and did our thing. I think we went to Universal Studios on Friday, and we just kind of cruised the parks. So we got season passes now because Natalie decided that we need season passes for Universal Studios. Did I cut out?
No.
Okay, cool. So, you froze a little bit, so I didn't know.
Well, I kind of froze myself, but
okay, cool. So we got humidity high and it's hot. So we got season passes. So we just cruised the park Friday. Zero idea of what we were doing. No pressure. It was amazing. Absolutely, positively amazing. And we didn't ride one ride. We walked into one show. We went and got our pass holder stuff, and we just kind of got the lay of the land because we hadn't been to Universal in several years. Okay.
What's the show?
What was it? So it was like the show was like stunt animals, I guess, that were like in movies. Yeah. And like acting dogs and birds that were in movies. And there was like the pug from Men in Black was in the show.
Yes.
Like the one wearing like the little suit, and he came out, he was like wearing his little suit or whatever. And they're like, see, and then they showed like his scene from the movie where he's like talking with the cigar in his mouth or whatever. And they showed how like they CGI'd his face, and that's how he really talked. And he's just a dog. He can't really talk. And then like he started talking or whatever, but obviously it wasn't really the dog talking, but he was there. Like it was really the dog, and he was cruising around and doing little tricks. And they're like, and then I guess there was like a dog from like Air Bud that did some stuff.
I remember that dog.
Yeah, and there was several dogs from several movies, and they were just like showing them off, and that was kind of the show.
Okay.
Yeah, and there was some
dog show.
There were some cats. Yeah, I don't remember.
It wasn't just a dog show.
No, there was birds. There was some
Oh, that's right. You did say birds.
yeah, birds and cats and dogs. It was just
A
animals.
pig? A skunk?
There was a pig and a skunk. So the pig came out and he'd cruise by, and there'd be like these hidden signs behind the people talking, and the pig would like pull a rope and it would say like
a pig joke.
It would be like pigs are awesome, and then he would like cruise away. And then like in the middle of the show later on, they'd be talking about something and the pig would come back out, and then he would like go over to a sign and pull a rope, and then the sign would pop open and be like pigs rule or whatever, and then he would just leave. And that was the whole thing that the pig would do, and that was pretty funny. But yeah, that was the show. So we were just like, we'll go check that out. And what's up, Cardi? Oh my gosh, Cardi's getting the other side of his head done. He's freaking wild. But yeah, so that was that. We did.
What's he doing on the other side? Like Care Bears or something?
Same thing, right?
Oh.
Probably. I mean, I would assume he's a matchy type person. So I would assume. Shut up, Justin. And yeah, so we did that, and I think Justin brought us some meat, right? Friday. So Justin, we've been eating on Justin's meat all week. He brought us 2 giant chunks of steak. He was like, "Hey, I brought you a big steak and a little steak, and dude, these things are massive."
I bet they're crazy. I mean, so we're hearing it now. I mean, Justin's meat is huge.
Justin has huge meat.
I hear it is massive.
It's massive, and I've been just putting it in my mouth for several days now, and it's still like there's still so much more of his meat that hasn't gone in my mouth. And he's already offering to bring me more meat.
Yeah, that's
put in my mouth.
You gotta savor that. Right?
I have been savoring Justin's
flavor
meat.
savor.
It's been really good having his meat in my mouth. And yeah, so then after that, we woke up Saturday.
Hey, Cardi, make sure you cut this up real good.
Yeah, thanks. Saturday, we woke up and hopped in the Subaru, and we drove about an hour and a half down the road to.
And it overheated.
No, it didn't.
That's good.
So it went. Where were we?
I feel like we never really even actually touched on that. So
we're getting there. Palm Bay, Florida, about an hour and a half down the road where the competition was. And we did the competition. Okay. It was amazing. A lot of cool people there. We gave away some BSBB to all the winners, and we had some leftovers, and I got them in some different people's hands. Freaking Frack, who watches the show over on YouTube, he the Frick and or the Frack, I don't know which one was the guy, but he
you get that. Do you get that reference though?
What?
The freaking Frack.
I've heard it, but I don't know exactly what it is.
Gotcha.
What is it?
I'm curious. It was an old. I think they did skating. God, I can't remember. It was an old duo, but is freaking Frack here?
Freaking Frack. They watch the show regularly, and
yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways,
meter a hemorrhoid bigger. Anyway, so competition stuff went super good. Simply Me got in some winter bags for some Whiskerinas and stuff, and that kind of circulated, so that was fun. And then we hopped in the car and we're like, all right, we're going to drive back to Orlando and hang out. Well, we got all the way down the road and we got into town, and this was at like one of the first stoplights. Once we got off the interstate, I noticed the AC quit working, and we've had AC issues before. I was like, well, maybe, it just needs to be recharged or something. That'll be fine. And then there's the AC condenser fan also came unplugged one time, and it quit working. And then that was the same thing it did when I quit moving. The AC would quit working. So I pulled over and got underneath the car and looked. I'm like, no, that fan's still plugged in, so it's just got to be Freon or whatever. It'll be fine. And we stopped and go a little bit, and the Forester doesn't stopped and go. Yeah, I heard that. There's not a temperature gauge in that car. It's just a light, and the light flashed, and then the light stayed on. So we pulled over and let it cool off, and I popped the hood and checked the overflow canister, and it was full. Everything, like, it wasn't bone dry or anything. And I grabbed the hose and squeezed it, and it was hot, obviously, but it wasn't like super ridiculously hard or nothing. Nothing felt abnormal. And I let it cool off. I'm like, well, we were just going to go bebop around some stores and stuff. We didn't have any solid plans. So I was like, let's go find a garage. I know where there's one relatively close. So we get over there to the garage that I knew where it was, and they freaking close in like 10 minutes. I'm like, oh, and this is Saturday. And they're like, yeah, we're closing in 10 minutes and we're not open tomorrow. So I'm like, all right. So I sit there with the hood open and I let it cool off for a while. And we Google some other places. I'm like, all right, well, there's a Firestone like 4 miles away. I'm like, all right, they close in an hour. So I called them and talked to them, and they were super cool about it. Like they were cutting up about it being a Subaru and it's probably blown up. And, we were just, it seemed like a solid conversation with some guys. So I'm like, all right, I feel pretty good about it. And they're like, get it over here and we'll at least get you diagnosed. I'm like, all right. And so I get over there, super cool. They pull us in, they go look over everything, and they're about where I'm at. They're like, well, your coolant's full. They do a pressure test on it. They're like, you don't have a blown head gasket or anything like that. Like everything seems fine. There's no check engine lights on, like nothing crazy's going on. So they hooked it up to the bigger computer that, reads more in depth. Right. And, it did have some lights come on. It wasn't just the little hand scan reader. It was the bigger one. Mm-hmm. And so they reset some stuff, and then they're like, well, there's some stuff that Subaru has to reset, like it's like ECM stuff. And I'm like, all right, well, that kind of sucks. And they're like, there's really nothing that we see right here that shows that, why it's overheating. And they're like, bring it back tomorrow morning and we can kind of get into it a little deeper. But, we're closed. Like we were already past, they stayed over to try to help me out, and they were being super cool. So they opened it like 8:00 Sunday morning. We get over there at like 8:20, something like that. And there's already a couple people ahead of us. So we had already made a plan that we were just going to Uber to Disney Springs and kind of spend the day over there while they were working on the car. So we drop it off, talk to them. All right, we'll do it best we can, man. And we'll deep dive into it and wish us luck. So we took our Uber adventure across town to Disney Springs, where the guy who didn't really speak English decided to, I guess, what was the right word? They stereotyped me.
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit. Started playing country music. I watched him change the channel of the radio station, and he started playing country. I was like, wow, that's rude. But and then it was good, so it was fine.
I don't know. I think that's freaking hilarious. Cause
it was like, I tried to talk to the guy, and clearly he
was not able to do that.
Not at all. I was like, all right, I give up. He had a handful of words that he could communicate with, and that was about all he had. So I'm like, all right. And then he put the country on for us, and it was fine. We got over there to Disney Springs, dropped us off. We did our thing. We stood in line to at like 9:30 in the morning for a store that opened at 10.
Oh. What is
like
it?
These little baby Yodas. Look at these guys. So it was May the 4th. And they were giving them away. I mean, obviously you had to stand in line and be one of the first whatever people. But yeah, dude, it was awesome. We got there. It had started raining. We didn't really have an umbrella or anything. We're like, well, this is about to suck. And we got to the Lego store, and there was an awning where our line was. Right. And we were like next to the last people to be under the awning. And then it jotted out into the aisle where there was no awning. So if we were 5 minutes later, we would have just been getting drenched. But we were under the awning. We stood there for probably 45 minutes and got in the store, and we built our baby Yodas, and it was awesome. And
You
And
did
then
it.
they had a sale going on, and Natalie had to buy a big Baby Yoda, so we didn't get out of
They
there
only
for
cost,
free.
and the baby ones only cost you $50 a piece, so yeah.
Yeah, right. But it was cool. Well, she got her big giant Baby Yoda, and then we're like, all right, we're gonna walk around Disney Springs now because it quit raining, and we went and did our little things, and then we're like, now what? Now what do we do? We're still trying to kill time, so we went and saw Thunderbolts, the movie. It's the new Avengers, basically.
Okay.
Spoiler alert. Anyway, so we went and saw the Thunderbolts, and then we came out, and the movie was super good, and that gave us an adequate amount of time to call the Firestone, and they're like, "Yep, your car's ready." I'm like, "All right, sounds good." So then we Ubered, and this chick drove us back across town with her falling apart Jeep, and she had to turn it off to reset all the check engine lights, because from my seat I could see like her dash, and it was just like, dude, there was so many lights. It says
Christmas
something
tree.
about, oh yeah, it was bad, and it was all in Spanish, so
Oh.
like I couldn't read what the warnings were, but there was something about the shifter. Well, it's fine, Cardi. And so she was driving. She had her hand on the shifter. It wasn't a stick shift. It was an automatic. And when she let go of the shifter, like it said something about in Spanish, something about the shifter lock. And then it kept beeping. And so the first light, she had to like put it in park and then like turn it off and turn it back on. She was like, it's fine. It's fine. I'm like, it's, it had doors. But no, it, sometimes,
floorboards. That's important.
some things gotta be shut off. I get temperamental vehicles, and then she put it back in gear, and most of the Christmas lights went off. The check engine light and stuff was still on, but she had like 3,000 Uber runs on her account. So, the old Jeep was getting beat up around Orlando. So
it was getting used.
It was definitely getting used. So then she took us back to the Firestone, and the guys were cool, and we had a vacuum line off.
Okay.
And he hooked it up to the computer thing and went a little deeper with some of the engine diagnostic clearing stuff. Like he reset the computer and things, and they honestly didn't know what they did as far as diagnosing the coolant issue, but they let it sit outside for a while and run, and it didn't
overheat.
So, and we drove it today, and in some stop and go traffic, and it was fine. So I don't.
Well, I mean, those things are important. They literally help do things.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if it was the. I mean, it could have been something crazy. We could have had a bubble in the system or something, and it just sat overnight and the bubble left, and then it could, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I have no idea. I wish they'd been like, this is the thing we did, and now it's fine. But they're like, we found a vacuum line off, and we don't think it's coolant related, but we hooked it back up, and we reset the computer. I don't know.
You
Good
never
luck.
know. So. Honestly, you just never know. Every one of those are instrumental to making something either regulate or turn on, turn off, or, do different things. Like it's actually, you just can't unhook your freaking vacuum lines. That's not a thing.
No, well, I don't know. I don't know how long
I'm not saying you unhooked it. I'm just saying they're important.
I stopped and GO'd yesterday and today without issues. Yes, I stopped and GO'd both days with no
issues. The goes and stops.
Cardi said, I have an off-topic idea suggestion. Let's do a pinball tournament Wednesday night, week of Worlds. If the barcade has a good amount. Absolutely, dude. I read barcode.
Well, and I didn't really, I've never actually heard the term barcade, but okay.
So it's a bar with an arcade in it. It's a barcade. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm way cool with that. We don't have those here.
Well, I bet you do. I guarantee you have a barcade in downtown Spokane.
No way.
Yep. almost
Should
guarantee it.
I just Google downtown barcade?
If I have a barcade in Aiken, South Carolina, you also have a barcade.
Barcade downtown Spokane. What?
Boom.
Boom.
You
It
got
does say for games and drinks, the Gamers Arcade Bar.
there you go.
What? I certainly cannot be seen in this place.
Why? Why can't you be seen in that
I'm
place?
totally joking. I just actually don't need to find another place like this. So
Is it
I
in-
mean, I just need to like not have more obsessions. So
Is it in Spokane?
it is. It is downtown Spokane.
You know, speaking of Spokane, this should have been a huge topic of the show. I just thought about that. This just got announced today. I don't know if you realize that this got announced today to the world, but Spokane just, I didn't read that whole thing before. But so Spokane just lost the vote for 2029 World since they don't have a barcade. But you're wrong, Cardi. They do.
We have 3. I just found out.
3. But yeah, Spokane 2029 World Beard and Mustache Championships possibility.
Yeah.
That's all you, Shawn Glander. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, we did put a bid in for it.
Yeah.
The Spokane Beard and Mustache put a bid in for it. It's not, I mean, we put in the bid, but it's not necessarily a lone bid. We have talked to many Pacific Northwest and clubs, including Vancouver, who the last time Spokane ever had put in a bid, it was a joint bid with Vancouver.
Right.
But they said that they would be willing to lend any help and everything. I mean, our family up here in the Pacific Northwest, a lot of people don't get to come up here and catch a lot of comps. We're so far away from absolutely everything. But we have a great freaking beard community. We have an awesome, I think that was shown during nationals when Everett got nationals. That when you got 170 some beards and 103 of them are from the state that you're in, that's a pretty big deal.
It was amazing how many beards showed up from nationals from Washington, and like Natalie said, first timers, a bunch of first timers,
and that was literally the number for Washington. The amount of Oregon beards and Northern Idaho beards and stuff that showed up. I mean, it literally was cool. I mean, it was very, very cool to see. And it also, it just helped me. I mean, I had been thinking about putting in the bid for Worlds, but it definitely helped strengthen my decision, and then reaching out to other people and finding out the support that we have behind us. I think it's a great place. Spokane is definitely a city with a lot of history. We have the 1974 World's Fair, President Jimmy Carter was here, for crying out loud.
You have a giant red wagon.
We do. We have a huge red wagon. It's probably the biggest red wagon. I don't know. I mean, I've never seen one bigger. So.
I bet that's the biggest red wagon in the world.
Probably
it's gotta be.
I would say we have horses that go in circles, and mechanical horses, of course. The what do you call it? The gondola over the river and the falls and just everything. Gondola. It's just a really cool place. So I do think it would be neat to have something like that here.
And then the other one is Normandy, France, over there.
Normandy, France,
and either one be solid in their own right.
Not Spokane. Nothing against Normandy.
Not at all. It's we could drive to Spokane, so that's big, but we can't.
That is
really cool. Drive to France, but
I
don't know. Either way, it'll be cool.
It'll
be cool. But 2029. So if you are part of the WBMA and you are part of a club, and voting's happening. I think I don't know. I guess it'll be over before 4th of July week. I should know these things, but I didn't read my email. We
officially vote July 4th week.
There you go. So everything's official 4th of July week. So you'll have to have some people vote for you as your proxy and stuff if your club is not sending votes and all that good stuff. But check your email if you're part of the WBMA club. Check those emails, and email went out yesterday, recently. I don't know. I've been on vacation, so I haven't really been paying attention.
I actually didn't see, but I'm imagining we got Spokane got an email. So because we are part of the WBMA, so
you are. We have to do
Yeah.
what? Yeah. Well, you get with your club and your club talk
Yes.
about it, and then y'all
Club
vote.
votes, Raven.
The Childhood Express in Spokane is the world's largest red wagon. Thank you,
Is it?
Andrew. I knew he would come through with the answer.
You gotta come check it out, Andrew. I mean,
Everybody, come to Spokane and check
really
out the
like
red wagon. It's not little.
No, it is super not little. It is very, very large. And right next to it are extremely large building blocks, or not building blocks. What were those called?
I don't know.
The blocks that have like the letters on each side, like A and B, and like the next one has M N and O P or whatever.
Number blocks.
Yep, whatever that kids used to
Whatever
play
those
with,
are.
little number blocks, and they have very, very giant ones of those sitting there too. But yeah.
So why is that there? Why is the world's largest red wagon in Spokane? Is there
No
significant?
clue.
Okay, I didn't know if like they were invented there or something.
Alphabet
Or
marks. Yes, there you go. Sean may possibly know. Who knows?
yeah, Andrew will.
Monster truck size. It's bigger than a monster truck. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
That would be impressive to see a monster truck that big. Actually,
it's a slide. It is.
one end of it is. Yes,
Homeless people do hang out in it.
they do.
I know.
Stuff
They do stuff in it, and is awkward when you walk up on them. That is correct.
I can only imagine. Everybody's like, "Hey, it's nighttime. We're gonna go up on the wagon." I'm like, "Have fun." I've been on the wagon. I'm not climbing up there. And yeah, there's people up there that do things.
They do in the wagon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, now they said we got to get back on track.
Oh, what's on track? we
Talk
have
about-
a schedule.
I don't know. We got to talk about Epic. We didn't get there. We answered one question of the trip. Kyle Waller asked about the Forester overheating. I think it was Kyle Waller. But here, I put this together. This is a bunch of selfies of us, and Justin in there, and us and Toad and stuff. Anyway, so let's just get into Monday, right?
Actually, Justin, Hitler invented meth. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Monday, dude, we went to Epic Universe, and you messaged me about it, and we kind of sort of talked about it a little bit, but man, so this thing opens up May 22nd to the public, and this is under like dress rehearsal or whatever they were calling it. Did you go to Nintendo headquarters? We did not. So we went to Epic Monday, and it is 4 different worlds. There's Nintendo World. There's a Harry Potter world. There is a Dragon World, How to Train Your Dragon, and then there's the Monsters world. And
That's all cool.
And then the Celestial Park is right in the middle. It's got one of those horse circle things that you were talking about that you ride out there in the middle.
Oh yeah, the horse circle.
Horse circle, and there's
giant horse.
Yeah, carousel. Yeah, and then there's some restaurants and like a park, and then there's the water fountain, and it's a park, and it has really no theme park attributes to the center. It's like what they say, it was like a palate cleanse between the worlds, and it's that. And then you walk into this big giant circle in each 4 parks, and it transports you to that world, and they portals, and they go above and beyond in all these portals. Like, they do not mess around. I've been to several theme parks, and I've been into worlds and stuff, and that nothing like this. Absolutely nothing like this. Like it's hard to find the bathroom in these places, in the worlds, because they hide them, because they don't want them to stand out. Like,
right.
You went. It's extremely immersive. No, dude, it's way more than Universal Studios Hollywood. It's way more. But yeah, so extremely immersive. We started out at Harry Potter, and it was in the Ministry of Magic, and it was in France. So it was like the Fantastic Beasts part of the Harry Potter world. So it was in France instead of England. And yeah, so let's read this. Hold on. Spokane's Riverfront Park is one of the oldest carousel tigers still in operation. The Sneaky Tiger is one of only 3 known to exist in this pose and is the only one on a working carousel. I thought this was our answer to the giant wagon. It was not.
He'll find it, but that's cool too. We have a really old horse circle thingy.
Absolutely. It's super old horse circle thingy. I think our horse circle thingy over here was pretty new. But yeah, we started out in Harry Potter World. Super cool. We tried to go on the Harry Potter ride that was in there. Apparently it's impossible to get on that ride, but you could, yeah, absolutely. They had a virtual queue for it. Couldn't get on it. It was impossible. But you could go in it, right? So they have the queue is set up to hold like a 7-hour queue of people.
Me too, Alan.
And
7 hour.
7 hours. And it is the most ridiculous thing. Like we were just walking through there. I'm like, I can't believe like they built this in just a few years. It is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Like it's just cool. It's beyond words how cool like just the queue for the freaking ride was. And we did that and we got out and we went and ate my bad. We traveled by flu powder. That's an important part, Natalie said. I don't know.
What is that? Okay.
Yeah. Magic. It's magic. We freaking magicked our way in there. And
you had to get the flu?
Yeah, we had to get the flu to get in there. And then we went to a restaurant in France and we had butterbeer crepes that were super amazing.
What?
And then you
say butterbeer?
Butterbeer. Yeah, it's a Harry Potter thing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to understand any of this.
And we went to the monsters area and everything. So we went to the bathroom, the monsters area, and the toilets and the sinks and the urinals were all black. And the floor, the walls, and the ceiling, everything was just black in there. It was freaking badass. Like
just all black.
God, because it was monsters. Everything was black there. Like the castle was black and the freaking cobblestones were. It was just very. It was like you were in Transylvania, she said. And he bought a fast pass. No, we didn't.
Okay.
It's just not open yet. It's just not open.
I totally understand now. I was not thinking the same thing. I mean, I'm sitting here, you're saying monsters, and I get that now because of the Transylvania thing. Like my mind was Monsters Inc. Like totally different.
No, this isn't Disney. Monsters.
Know what any of this is.
Like Dracula and Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm.
I don't say
blah blah blah. Yeah. I got you. I'm with
those guys. Yeah, so we went on their ride. It was super cool. Did that area, rode a roller coaster and a ride that went around. Whose mansion was that? Dracula's mansion? Frankenstein's mansion, I guess. And they tossed you around, did that thing. Then we rode the circle horse thing. We rode that. It was good. And then we went to Nintendo World. And it was overwhelming.
Really?
How super cool Nintendo World was. There was steps everywhere. And like we got this thing. It's like a magic band, like for Disney, but it's a slap bracelet.
It's Donkey Kong.
Yeah, it's a Donkey Kong one. That's what we got. Because it had bananas on it. So that's the one I got. But anyway, they got bananas on it. So that's what I got. So you got a map of this place. This is Nintendo World.
And you should have taken a picture and uploaded a map picture.
I know. Anyway,
you probably actually could have downloaded it.
Probably could have downloaded it, but on the map it shows you all the locations of like coin blocks and stuff. And then like this goes to the app on your phone, and then like you got to get all the coin blocks. So you like punch them and then you go to different things and you got to do different things. You got to collect all the things. And then there was like, you had to do some missions and collect coins, and then you could go in and take out Bowser and do that. Anyway, this part.
Like the dinner with all the money that you collected.
Oh, you have to just kill Bowser on Nintendo. Like it was like in person, like a Mario game. The whole thing was like, but this was just part of it. There was also rides and stuff. Like we did like real life Mario Kart, and we rode Yoshi and did some other thing. We did a Donkey Kong ride. The minecart, whatever, madness, where we had really interesting conversations with people in line because it rained on us for an hour and they shut the ride down, but we were safe inside. So we just sat down on the floor, and Natalie talked to a dude in front of us that looked like Greg Anderson. And I talked to a college football player that was behind me, and he was going to enter the NFL draft next year. And he plays for, he's got a super good beard. We had cool conversations about that. Used to play for USC in South Carolina, and now he plays for Mississippi State, I think. Yeah, he's playing for Mississippi State now, and that was cool. Just super interesting conversations, and we rode that ride.
Pretty rad.
It was pretty rad. And man, Nintendo World, like 10 thumbs up. It was super, super good. Like,
would recommend.
Highly recommend.
Like the one that I would enjoy. I mean,
like
I did hear you mentioned stairs though, and I'm
so many stairs. Speaking of stairs, let me pull it up. Natalie found this review that really paints a really solid picture of Nintendo World. Yes. It is you got it? Yeah. All right. Here we go. From the readings of Natalie. Listen to this review.
This is a review of Nintendo Land from a person on the Universal Epic Universe Facebook page. Everyone loves a juicy negative review, so here's my one and only. To quote that random fish from SpongeBob, my leg! Super Nintendo World is visually stunning, like stepping into a Mario game for real. The vertical layout gives it a world vibe instead of just another themed land. You warp in and boom, Nintendo everywhere. It's awesome. What's not awesome? The stairs. So many stairs. And like a true final boss level idiot, I saved this world for last after logging 20,000 plus steps. My knees, gone. My will to live, questionable. We explored the land in the least efficient, most leg-destroying sequence possible. Started by admiring everything from the first upper landing. Spotted the Yoshi ride entrance downstairs, so we went down. Surprise! The boarding for Yoshi's actually upstairs. You exit, back downstairs. It's time for Mario Kart. Back upstairs. The entrance to Bowser's Castle? Surprise! It's the upstairs from the upstairs. Inside the castle? Even more stairs. Board the ride? Go downstairs. Exit? No. Go back upstairs and then down again to leave the land. I burned enough calories to evolve into a second form. I'm pretty sure my smartwatch thought I was trying to escape a mountain lion. Yes, there are elevators. Somewhere. Probably guarded by mini-bosses. I don't even know how I'm going to get my dad through it in his EVC without triggering a side quest. I get it. The vertical design is cool. Immersive. Iconic. But also, my God, the stairs.
Yeah, so that was pretty much epic all over. Specifically, Super Mario World.
Right.
We just kept noticing. We're like, why has every ride got stairs? Like, it is not big people friendly at all. It was stairs, dude. The stairs.
So you're like, stay away. Yes, I hear you. No Mario Land. They got to give me a cart.
All right, Cardi, back to your tattoo, buddy. You have fun getting your head tatted up. We look forward to seeing you in your post from Australia coming up soon.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be great. It'll be. But great.
Yeah, man, we finished that up. We went to we had like an hour left after already being there for like 10 hours, and we did some one ride, I think, and How to Train Your Dragon Land, and then we watched a water
that would be
show.
one of my favorites too, because I really love that. So.
It was nice. Like we didn't really. This is Fred.
Hi, Fred.
So this is a How to Train Your Dragon dude that Natalie adopted. I guess you just like get an egg. It's just an egg, and then like
dang, and then you find out what it is,
and then they're like they make a big ass deal about it, and there's like they play a drum in the store, and they're like, the dragon's born, and everybody in the store applauds and makes a big deal, and they're like, what's his name? And that was like, his name's Fred, and then they all laughed and was like, Fred is born to the world, and then they banged on a drum, and everybody was applauding and stuff, and yeah, it was a cool time. It was a very, very good experience. 15,000 steps, I think. It was all right.
Most of them being stairs.
Dude, so many stairs. Yeah. And then today was our chill day, and we woke up and went to Universal, and we only did like 9,000 steps today, so that was pretty good. And Natalie got, what'd you get? Oh, you got this like popcorn bucket Harry Potter thing. I don't even know what this thing is. It's this
popcorn bucket. Oh, I see.
It's a popcorn bucket, but that will never ever hold popcorn. But it's a Harry Potter thing. It's a time turner.
I'm sure.
Thing.
I'm sure
I don't know. It's going to go
exactly
in
what it does.
Her curio cabinet of nonsense, just like our whole house. I don't know if you know this, but we collect all the things, and she got a wand. She handed me the entire box, so this is her wand.
Does the wand shoot freaking?
No, but the wand is interactive, and when you go to the Harry Potter worlds, there's like these little golden circles on the ground, and you'd be like, go to like some store window, and you have to do the circle, like whatever it says on the ground, you have to make the shape, and then like, and then do the spell, and then like a feather will float and some music will play, or there was this one like this toilet flushes, and there's some fountains that you do the little thingy at, and then like squirts water at you or whatever. I don't know. It's a whole thing, and it's pretty cool.
It sounds like so much things.
It's all the things. It's absolutely all the things, and she's having a great time, and we're old, and our body's hurt.
That's super awesome. Yeah,
tomorrow
that sounds like a lot.
Tomorrow we get to go do the thing we actually came down here to go do, and we're going to go to Disney, to Epcot tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
And, we're going to eat at a Mexican restaurant that's inside of a ride that I like to do, and eat
a Mexican restaurant inside of a ride.
Yeah, so you ride the Three Caballeros ride, and it's like you ride it through a Mexican restaurant. It's a little boat ride, and it's really chill and very, very kid friendly, but I thoroughly enjoy this ride for some reason. And it goes through a Mexican restaurant, and we've always talked about one day we're going to eat in this restaurant that this boat ride goes through, and we have reservations tomorrow at 2:00 to do that very thing.
Just
and I'm going to eat like
you go.
Eat like $30 tacos for no reason. Just Disney. It's what you got to do. But yeah, man, Andrew hates boats. We've learned that on our travels as well. Andrew hates boat rides. But yeah, dude, that's our day tomorrow. We're gonna go Epcot, do 900,000 steps tomorrow. Thursday will be our chill day, so we're going to go back to Universal because Natalie made us get season passes. So we're going to Universal again. Because if we go 3.5 times, we pay for the passes essentially. So we've already gone twice. So we're going to go. And then
at least 1.5 more times.
Well, we're going to get 3 in for sure. And then we just started. So we got another year. So we've already talked about coming back for like a week at Christmas, and our new hobby now, Shawn Glander, is going to Universal Studios. That is our currently new hobby, and baseball cards.
Yours is slightly more expensive. That was actually a football Jordan Love card, but yeah.
Oh, my bad. That's Natalie says it's free now. We've already paid for our season passes. So basically, we come here for free now.
It's only free if they teleport you there.
It's free. Driving's free.
Maybe
flying costs money.
Just get the flu, and you can be there in no time.
There you go. Get the flu and get here in no time, Natalie.
Yeah.
We should be, that should be our new hobby. Come to Spokane.
You should. That'd be a great hobby.
That would be a great hobby.
You can get the flu here.
I could. Yeah, that's right. It's free. So
You've got it everywhere.
I wish you were a 6-hour drive away. We would.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Be,
I would just like theme my house as like Disney, so you just visit and just like, oh my God, we're in the Harry potting area. Freaking, it's crazy. Where all the nasty little buds hang out.
That's it. We got fishing here. Is that what you laughed about? Oh, Shawn, theming their house for about Harry Potter, so you'd want to go there? Yeah, that is pretty funny. Oh, yeah, I got free popcorn. Oh, wrong shoulder. Free popcorn. It only cost me $30.
It only cost me $30 for your free popcorn.
Well, you see,
guess what? You can put that in that freaking time travel thing.
That's why we got free popcorn, because she got the time travel thing.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't work if you don't feel it.
Well, we got free popcorn because she bought the $30 thing. Boom. That's how free things work. Oh, and I bought Voodoo Donuts today. I did do that. Oh, I don't know if you saw that.
Not free as well.
I mean, basically free. They're donuts. They're
only $40 a dozen.
No, they're not.
No, we got a discount.
I got a discount because we got season passes, Shawn. They're free.
Season passes to Voodoo Donuts too? Holy
crap. It's included because it's at Universal.
Oh.
So you get discount. See? So basically all the math is math, and that's what Drea said, and that's what Natalie has continued to drive to me. That is what is happening. We're everything that is adding up, like all the free popcorn's free because Universal season passes somehow. I don't know.
Speaking of free,
let's
do that. We everybody that's stuck with us, there's 6 of y'all. I think most of them are us. But hey, if you're here and you can answer what was the most putrid jelly bean that Aaron ate on our freaking jelly bean eating thing, I will send you a combo of BSBB tomorrow.
There you go.
Tomorrow. What was the flavor that was absolutely the most putrid flavor that Aaron ate?
Gosh, what was? Well, there you go.
Justin
got it.
Good job, buddy. I got you.
The freaking bandage one. Yep. It was so bad. Yeah, hook up Justin up, man. I don't. It's everybody's like grass, boogers, barf.
And those are all like, and that's not everybody. That's just Shawn.
Oh, it's just Raven. I don't know.
It's a Raven.
Oh, there's Kyle. I see Pooh and Barf.
How were the Voodoo Donuts?
He's only got one answer for you.
So we bought 6. I got 2 blueberries. I got a Captain O'Captain, which is a donut with Captain Crunch on it. I got a chocolate ring, which is a regular. It's a regular glazed donut with chocolate on it. Just super simple. But then I got a dirt, which is white cream on top of a regular glazed donut with crushed Oreos on it.
Okay.
And then I got Natalie a Portland cream donut. And I have what
did you say?
Portland cream.
What does that mean?
It's Boston cream, but Voodoo Donuts started in Portland. So
no, I do know that. I just want to know what the heck they're calling Portland.
Shut up, Andrew.
Banana.
No, he said, did you get a loop? No, I didn't get a loop. So Fruit Loop donut was my favorite donut. And then just all of a sudden, Voodoo Donuts quit serving it. So I'm assuming that, maybe like Fruit Loops had cut it out or something.
Probably something happened. That's the thing.
The pesky other companies suing other companies for things.
Crazy. It happens all the time.
Oh, our fireworks are starting. Look at that. We can see them from right here.
Well, and it's we're 4 minutes over. You should probably go watch your
we got fireworks to watch. Everyone, Have a great evening. We're out of here, Shawn.
Oh, bye.
All right, everybody have a great night. Okay, bye. We're going to send you stuff, Justin.
Yes.
Okay, bye.